I found this letter taped to our door 8 hours after getting the keys to our new apartment. Me and my girlfriend moved into our new home yesterday afternoon. This is our first apartment together without another roommate, and we were so excited to start this chapter of our lives. Came home from dinner to find this lovely note on our door. Hey, it's day one for you, and you're already interrupting all of your neighbors' lives. Your disrespectful slamming doors, yelling, stomping will not be tolerated. This is a strata. With strata rules, noise will not be tolerated. Should you continue, there will be a noise violation warning from our strata. Then fines will start, which can lead to eviction. We paid very good money to purchase these homes to get away from tenant and disrespectful renters. Read your booklet of rules. Scribble. Let's get some context. I love a little context. To give some context, we began moving small things in at around 2 p.m. We would do a trip home at a time from car to apartment without leaving any boxes, containers, or anything in the hallways and common areas. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., we ran into 2 people in the elevator, and both were super nice, welcomed us into the building, and wished us good luck with the move. The only other thing we moved was our mattress at around 6:30 p.m., and again, we didn't see anyone on the elevator or halls. However, we did notice a woman, probably in her 60s, on her balcony 5 units down, staring right into our unit. I told you. They're always sitting around, retired, nothing else to do. The average person doesn't spend that much time at home, unless you're me. Well, no, I think, listen, I know what my audience is. I know you're all a bunch of introverts like me. That's fair. But I'm assuming that a lot of you have jobs, right? Like, I'm assuming that a lot of you, go out for coffee or dinner once in a while, and like, you're not just sitting around at home like all day, every day. I'm sure you leave the house sometimes, but then there's other people who really just don't. They like, that's their life. So we closed the blinds. She quickly went inside. When we left, we noticed her staring at us from the window. Scoping you out, eh? If I had to guess who wrote that letter, my money would be on her. 1000% it was her. But I have no idea what she's basing these claims on. We don't even walk past her unit when we take the elevator. It doesn't even sound like you've been doing anything like late either. The latest you said you're moving your mattress at 6:30 p.m. I actually don't even think that depending on building rules, I don't even think that they can call the police or anything. It depends on the building rules, honestly. I did live in a quiet building more than once. Noise was not supposed to transfer from unit to unit unless you gave like a heads up to the building and like the neighbors beforehand. I would think moving where you're speaking to people sometimes in the hallways, what does she complain about? Slamming doors, yelling, stomping will not be tolerated. Like, you're not even playing music. Like, this is just, unfortunately, this is the reality of living in an apartment building. It's the reality of living in a city with neighbors. If you want peace and quiet, you gotta leave, unfortunately. Or get earplugs, honestly. So I'm not so much worried about the consequences, as building management said we didn't break any rules and agrees that this is borderline harassment and was very apologetic for it happening, as was our landlord. I'm just upset that it really put a damper on what was otherwise a very special day for me and my girlfriend. Here's the thing. When someone chooses violence like this, when someone just like wakes up one day, this is a territory thing. It really is that deep. This is a territory thing. She's trying to let you know she's the queen of the castle. I think it's totally fair to set boundaries with people, but I think you need to be setting boundaries in a respectful manner. Because who are you to tell other people that they're not allowed to speak, they're not allowed to close doors, like they're moving? Those are in general just kind of moving sounds, okay? They're not playing music, they're not having parties. They just got there. Let's set boundaries with people, but let's not be rude for no reason, okay? I think the only way that she's going to back off is if you also leave a passive-aggressive note to her. Letting her know, by the way, we spoke to the building and that we've had no such violations, and if she has something to say to you, please say it to my face. That kind of thing. Watch her shut up real quick. This is Strata! What is Strata though? Like, I'm very curious. Hang on a second. Is it like HOA or something? What is Strata? 1,000 Instagram followers. Strata real estate brokerage. Strata. What is a strata? Individual ownership of a property called a lot. Okay. So I think that what she's trying to say is she owns her unit and she's paid for her unit and they're renters, I'm assuming. Oh, okay. Never mind. Strata is what we have for apartments in Australia. They create rules and manage things when there are issues. We pay quarterly fees for them, even though they're useless. Not much we can do. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it sounds like there's an HOA. But I also think that she's kind of being like, by the way, we own our place, like, we don't like renters, et cetera, et cetera. So I think there's also something to do with the fact that she owns and they rent. So OP doesn't want to retaliate. Love some of the ideas in the comments, though. Boring. We have lived individually and together with roommates in several strata condos over the years and never gotten noise complaints and know how to be respectful of our neighbors. Yeah, they probably, like, I'm guessing you're young, you know, like you didn't leave your age, but I for sure, just the way that you're writing this, like you're probably in your 20s or 30s or something. Unfortunately, she probably saw you and is just like,
I'm gonna nip this in the bud right now. You young people, be quiet.
okay, here's a this is really good. I really like this. This is very passive aggressive. Next time you spot her staring at you, smile and wave enthusiastically. Hi, neighbor. Never acknowledge to her that you got a note. Introduce yourself and gush about how welcoming everyone has been. Then completely stonewall her for the rest of your tenancy. Yeah, you could literally, because you don't know if it's her, right? But like, obviously it's her. You don't know if it's her. So like the next time you see her, you could just be like, oh my God, everybody's been so nice. And we have such a good relationship with our landlord. And like, you know, we have really good rapport. We're in constant communication if anything goes wrong. So yeah, have a great day. I've been watching this girl on TikTok and she has really fun ways of like combating people who just hate her out of nowhere. And she says that when someone starts hating her, like for literally no reason, she'll go and follow this person on Instagram. God, what's her name? I really like her. She's kind of low-key evil, but like I really like it. It's what's her name? She's always on my like For You page. Okay, Gracie Draskovich. If you watch this video, babe, I like your shit. Listen, I don't apply everything to my life, but it's interesting to see how she deals with it. So when she has someone that hates her out of nowhere, she'll go and she'll follow that person on social media and just like start like DMing the girl and just be like, oh my God, we should hang out. Or another thing that she'll do is she'll go like really, really far back in their posts to like the very, very beginning and just like a bunch of things and just with the person's head. Or she'll go and befriend all of that person's friends and like become this like amazing person to everyone in the group. And then this like crazy bitch that hated her from the beginning has like no one to complain to about her. It's very funny. It's very funny. I do enjoy that. I'm sorry that this happened literally as you just moved in. It doesn't surprise me. It also happened to us when we were moving in. We had them like there's virtually nowhere to park on the street. We have like a laneway kind of situation. A lot of houses in Toronto have a laneway where all the houses are connected by the laneway. And I think like a piece of the moving van was kind of like sticking out on the laneway and they were like moving. There was nowhere to park. Like there was literally nowhere to put this truck. And anyway, someone's like literally barreling down the laneway, speeding, and then she gets really upset and starts yelling at us because the moving truck kind of is blocking the laneway a little bit and she couldn't speed through it. Anyway, so I had to come out and see what all the commotion was about. And she was just screaming at these movers who were just trying to do their job at the end of the day. Like I understand maybe they, you know, it is what it is. There was nowhere to put the truck. It's a one-way street and there was nowhere to park. In that case, don't speed. And we would have, you know, moved the ramp and she could have gone through. It would have taken 10 seconds. So I had to come out and be like, listen, lady, you're fully right. We should not have been blocking the laneway, but my movers are just trying to do their job. Could you please next time just speak to us in a calm manner and not scream at us? Because, you know, this is an easy fix. We can easily just move the ramp. They're just trying to do their job. Thank you very much. No, because ain't no way. They were so tired and I felt so bad for the movers just getting yelled at like that. I'm sure they get it all the time, but it was just, you know, that was fully her trying to like assert dominance on me. She saw that we were moving into the house and she was asserting dominance. And okay, like, this is Toronto. There's no parking, and we all got to be considerate of each other needing to go about our lives. So you, if you see this video. The point is, we don't have to be angry, okay? We can be respectful. We can set boundaries and be respectful about it.